What's up, Dyches fam?
What's up?
Dyches Kids, how are you doing today?
Good.
Dyches fam, what are we doing?
Homeschool.
The homeschool in the RV is called what?
Road school.
That's right. William, do you like road school?
Kind of.
Kind of. Tatum, what about you? McCoy? Are you awake, child?
It's something.
It's definitely something.
Yeah, everyone just makes
Russell, do you like road school?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
just
does.
gets to color.
His is really complicated. He has to take a paper, he has to take markers, and he has to color. Wow, and draw monsters. Today we want to show you guys our homeschool, aka road school routine. How we do homeschool in the RV. Homeschool dance! Part of what we do for homeschool looks a lot like what you guys do at school. The first book we have is called Complete Curriculum. This book has reading, spelling, language arts, and writing, all contained in this one textbook. Is that what you guys used to do at school, is those same sorts of things?
Most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you do that stuff at school? First up, we have reading. So the kids look at this story, they read, and then they answer questions so that they can learn comprehension. William, go ahead and read me some.
If you look in the mirror, you can see tiny holes in the corners of your eyes. Each hole leads to a small tube that runs to your nose. Tears run slowly into the tube, drip by drip, day and night. The holes drain the tears away. If they didn't, you would always look as if you were crying.
Long ago in the jungles of the Philippine Islands, soldiers developed a powerful weapon. They took heavy stones and carved a ridge around the outside of each one. Next, they wrapped a thick rope around 20 feet long around the ridge. The stone could be thrown out quickly with tremendous force and then pulled back. Enemies had a hard time fighting these weapons. The Filipino soldiers named them yo-yos, a word that means to return.
Perhaps the most amazing journey of all was made by Prince, a dog who belonged to a British soldier during the World War I. Prince's master was sent to France to fight. After his master left, Prince somehow crossed a wide body of water called the English Channel. Remarkably, the dog managed to find his master in the trench where he was fighting.
Dyches Kids, what subject's next?
Spelling.
Wrist, W-R-I-S-T, riddle, R-I-D-D-L-E, riddle, B-U-I-L-T.
Knives. Knives.
Knives or kniffs?
Kniffies, yeah.
Or
But no,
knives.
it's knives. Okay. Knives. K-N-I-V-E-S. Tomatoes. T-O-M-A-T-O-E-S. Potatoes. P-O-T-A-T-O.
What's so funny about potatoes, William?
Potato, tomato.
Kniffies,
Tomato,
knives,
You got some weird
tomatoes,
words,
and
Jaden.
potatoes.
Okay, William, read me some of your words.
Okay.
Clock, C-L-O-C-K.
Wash, W-A-S-H. Pond, P-O-N-D.
Rosie, sing us the ABCs.
A-B-C-N-F-G.
Good job!
We're getting there.
Let's sing it together.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, S, T, U, V, W,
Songs make learning way more fun. What's next?
language arts.
Okay, William, teach us all you know.
Okay. A woman puts on a pink bonnet. Pink is an adjective.
Just
Tatum?
okay. My dog Chas. No, it's not. Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, my dog Chester eats tomatoes. Tomato is the direct objective because it is being eaten.
Thank you. Sir Proper Englishman.
Tumultuous.
Okay.
G. Wow. Oh my. Good grief. Of course. Our interjections.
What language do you speak?
I speak D.
D?
No. What language do you speak?
I speak EOI.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oi! Next up is writing. Today I'm writing about how to pop popcorn in the microwave.
Wow, that sounds complicated.
It is so complicated.
Today, what are you doing today?
I'm writing about how to make dishwater punch. No Tide Pods, please. No Tide Pods.
Oh gosh.
Please, bless America. Please.
Russell, what are you writing about today?
am reading Squirrel.
Yo, that's terrifying, buddy.
Today I'm doing a story and it's about when we were leaving. So today we were leaving in our RV for a year. And it's going to be super fun, but today it is ultra windy.
Awesome, buddy. That's good writing. But this one was my favorite one over here.
Yeah.
My favorite holiday is Halloween because I got my bucket super full. That's awesome.
Next, we're doing math.
A subject that you did at your regular school, correct?
Correct.
Okay, what are you learning about today?
Today, I'm learning about absolute values.
And working on our British accent, correct?
Students work.
Okay, William, what are you doing in math today?
So I'm adding numbers, so like this. So I'm adding the numbers because 6 plus 1 that equals 7, and I put a 7 down. And then 2 plus 7 equals 9.
Hey, nice job, buddy.
Nice. He's got the math.
Nicole, are you doing math today?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you doing?
A multi-digit division.
Anybody else in 5th grade doing long division?
I've been doing harder ones.
This one's kind of easy today.
Yeah.
Roswell, what's 2 plus 2?
A, B, C right there.
ABC. What's 2 plus 2, Roz? Cheater! So now we're going to talk about the things that the Dyches Kids do that are not normal to regular public school. And the first one is...
We get to wear our pajamas!
That's right. What are the Dyches Kids usually wearing when they're doing their schoolwork?
Pajamas.
Spider-Man onesies. Right, bro?
And snowboarding outfits.
Snowboarding jammies.
Everybody do the pajama dance.
Cat onesie.
The almost word.
Watch
out. You don't have to stand for. This is how y'all do it.
The word.
Wow,
Here
Tatum.
we go.
Spider-Man would be so disappointed that you're wearing his onesie. Nicole, is it much more comfortable doing homeschool in your pajamas?
Yes.
Rather than wearing the school uniforms that you used to wear?
Gosh.
Do you miss your school uniforms?
No.
Not at all.
Do you, Tayden?
Not at all.
You'd rather wear Spider-Man onesies?
Not at all.
Not at Nicole, not at all.
Would you rather wear Spider-Man onesies
Yeah.
than school uniforms?
It's way more comfortable.
Okay, awesome. The second thing that is very different with road school than regular school is the amount of time that it takes for the kids to complete their schoolwork.
It takes like 45 minutes.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. You don't even do it.
To be honest, a lot of the time Tayden has almost all of his schoolwork done before I even get out of bed in the morning. He is so good. Even William. Nicole, she does okay. He gets up, he gets his schoolwork done, and probably for his own work that he doesn't need any instruction on, he gets up and he does like all of his language arts type stuff, reading and stuff, and his math all by himself, and yeah, he's usually done within 45 minutes. But then we do some extra things that we're going to talk about right now, that usually take a little bit longer, right, Tay?
The only thing that I don't like.
Tayden doesn't like when we have to study together as a family because it takes longer.
I can do it so fast. It
It's
takes
so
long.
hard for the smarty pants to calm down and do slow work with the rest of us, right?
Younger.
Yeah.
Right. In all actuality, I would say it takes about 2 hours for us to get all of our stuff done, right?
Yeah.
Between our personal study stuff and the stuff that we do as group study, I would say 2 hours.
2 hours, people.
Tatum, how long did you used to go to school for?
7.
7 hours a day.
7 horrible hours.
Is 2 hours better than 7?
So much better.
Definitely.
Well, to me, guys, I like normal school better.
What?
I do.
What?
Yeah.
You'd rather go to school for 7 hours than 2?
Oh, yeah, do you know why?
Why?
Because we have to do all of that schoolwork. But at normal school, I basically get to have free time like every single second.
You get lots of free time and recess time
Yeah,
and
like
lunch
I
time.
barely have to do anything. All I have
play
to
with
do is
friends.
all I have to do is to draw, cut, math.
That's because kindergarten was
sentences.
really easy, right?
William.
So another thing that we do that is a little bit different than what you would do at school is we do scripture study. So our family belongs to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Our church has this awesome app which contains the scriptures and other resources and this thing called Come Follow Me for individuals and families. It has an outline of activities that you can do with your family to study the scriptures every single day. So we go down here, we choose what month we're on. This week we're learning about Hebrews chapter 7, verse 13 from the New Testament.
Even faithful saints at times suffer reproaches and afflictions that can shake their calm. Paul knew that Jewish converts to Christianity were experiencing serious persecution because of their new faith. To encourage them to stay true to their testimonies, he reminded them of the long tradition of faithful believers from their own history. Abel, Enoch, Noah, Abraham, Sarah, Joseph, Moses, a cloud of witnesses that God's promises are real and worth waiting for.
If you guys are interested in this app, it is in the App Store under Gospel Library, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It contains the Bible and the Book of Mormon and lots of awesome study guides to go along with it. The next thing that we do for road school is
Journals.
That's right. As we are traveling the entire U.S. this year, it is so important that we write in journals. It helps with their writing and their language and all of those spelling and all of the language comprehension that they need to be able to do. And also it helps them make memories and remember the awesome things that we do every day. Tatum's journal looks like this. We make sure that we write the date and then they tell about what we did. So Tatum's writing in his journal about what we did yesterday in San Antonio, and sometimes he even adds these cool little pictures so that he can remember what it looked like and what we did. Here's Nicole's journal. She likes to do some cute little letters and tell what we did, and she also likes to draw some cute little pictures, right? So you can remember a little bit better.
Yeah.
William, how's your journaling going?
Good. So today today we just drove and 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 drove. Then we went to a trampoline park and
You practiced backflips?
yeah.
Some days all we do is drive, and so William makes sure that he remembers that in his journal, right? You have youngsters like William. William is 7. Some days he feels like writing this himself, but because he's still working on sentence structure and still working on his penmanship, sometimes writing this much can be a lot of work for somebody who is in first grade. So some days when he's not feeling like it, he just narrates it to me, and then I go ahead and write down his journaling for him.
And guys, I will all of that by myself.
Dude, I'm proud of you. I think this is his longest journal entry ever, even though it only says drove. But what's nice is that, like, if I write it for him, he's able to do more. He's able to write down more details and more of what he did because he's not so worried about having to do it correctly and his hand getting tired. And so this is a good idea if you have youngsters, just letting them narrate to you and you write it down for them.
Another thing we do for school is nature journals.
And what is a nature journal, Nicole?
It's every day we pick an animal that we saw, or animals.
Or plants.
Yeah, or plants.
Something in nature.
Yeah, and we can draw them down to remember what they were.
And we also study them, right?
Yes.
We try to write down like what maybe they look like or what color they are or any things that we can learn from it just by looking at it and seeing them in real life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Nicole, what are you going to show us that you did in your nature journal?
Well, When we went to Arizona, I saw all these cactuses. So I drew those cactuses.
You thought the cactuses were really cool?
Yeah, and the pink flowers that were on them.
So this is what we do for science, basically, right? Is we create science journals. We study science and nature in real nature, not from a book. We go outside and we find things and we write about them, right?
Yeah.
Tayden, what do you want to show us in your nature journal?
Well, one of my best entries was the coyote.
Okay, tell us about it.
One night when we were driving, there was a coyote that ran across the street, and coyotes are super stealthy predators, and their fur it usually blends into their surroundings, so they usually have yellowish and gray fur to blend in with the desert, because that is their main habitat. They are very swift and are very fast. They also eat many things from mice and rabbits to pronghorn and antelope.
What's cool about nature journals is that they practice their language by writing, and they practice their art by drawing awesome pictures, and then they also get to do science too because they are studying hands-on science. So we love this. We love when we can combine some things into one so that we can do one activity instead of doing a whole bunch of different activities. William, tell me about your nature journal.
On these pages, I'm drawing lots of pictures. Like that one, that's a squirrel eating a cactus.
Oh, we saw a squirrel eating a cactus. That's right.
Yeah. And that one, dinosaur footprint.
Yeah.
And then that's when the sand is. I'm not good at drawing people, so I just drew that. But that's the best I could do. And then over here, I drew some scorpions. And up here, I drew a weird cactus type plant. And I do not know what it's called, but it is weird looking. It's gray with big spikes, and they can go probably up to like 50 feet.
Nature is pretty cool, right? So the next thing that we do for road school is history. All of you probably study some form of history in school too, but the Dyches family may do it a little bit different on the road.
We make up our own history as we go.
Don't listen to teacher Josh. That's why he is not the instructor.
Actually, while the kids are doing their schoolwork, I am working. So kids, stay in school. Actually, me and Roswell are twins today.
He's the
Red shirts, gray pants.
Cutie pies.
And yes, I am. It is Principal Dyches to you, unless you want detention.
Yeah, it is Principal Dyches right here.
You can clean the outside of the motorhome today with paper towels.
We only take orders from the road.
Hey, are you the principal?
When the Dyches Kids do history, we don't do it by grade level. We all study together the same topic, right?
Yes.
So Dyches Kids, what are we studying for history this year?
America the Beautiful.
And what is that all about?
America's
history.
America, right? We're learning the history of America. We have these cool books called America the Beautiful. It goes from like 1000 AD until current day with all sorts of cool stuff about America. It also comes with literature that we read about people, usually like journal entries that they've written. We have a student workbook, which it has like fun activities. We have lesson review to make sure they're actually learning something. It also comes with this cool map book. So we are learning geography with it. So when we learn about a certain place, then it'll have you color what we learned about so that you can see where it happened and practice our geography. It also has this timeline book where it maps out all the things that happened year by year, all the way from back in the, starts with 1000 AD. So we learn about the history of America all the way from back then till present day. This one book right here, we learn a lot about history from. And is it pretty fun to do, Tayden?
No.
What have you learned about history that you didn't know before? Because guess what? Tayden learned U.S. history last year in 5th grade. What did you learn from the book that we've been doing that you didn't learn last year?
I learned about...
What do you think? Nikoi, what did you learn?
Well, that Pocahontas, the Disney movie, isn't the same to the actual story.
That's right. Good. William, did you learn something?
Everything.
Everything. Tayden, did you think of something you learned that you didn't know before?
Yes, I actually learned more about some of the first English settlements.
That's right. The Spanish were here, the French were here, the Norwegians were here. It was really cool, huh? Way before the Pilgrims ever came, right?
Yep.
Okay, most of our school is not on electronics, but there is one thing that needs to be on electronics because it is not something that I can teach the kids. And that is Chinese! That's right. If you didn't- So, if you didn't know this, Tayden and Nikoi have been studying Chinese for the last 4 or 5 years. And William did a little bit of Chinese in kindergarten last year. And it's so important that we keep up on that, so we use apps on our tablet in order to study it. Tayden, Nikoi, I want you guys to talk in Chinese for just a second first. Prove to me that you really speak Chinese.
我们你好，我们真的说中文。
对，我的名字是 Nikoi， 他的名字是 Tayden。听台湾，
我们知道有人会说他们不真的说中文，因为他们不说我们在说什么。可是你知道我们在说什么，你会说我们真的知道中文。That was the real one.
Yeah.
谢谢。Hey, William, count to 20 for us in Chinese.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13、14、15、16、17、18、19、20、21、22、23、24、25、26、27、28、29、30。
Good job. Okay, all the way to 30 instead of 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we also use some apps. And Nikoi, let's see if you can remember your Chinese characters.
Okay.
好，好，你好。
So that pretty much wraps up what the Dyches Kids do for their homeschool/road school routine. I hope that you guys can understand some of the things that we do that is like traditional school and some of the things that we do different to make homeschool a little bit more fun and entertaining and educational here while we are on the road. But there is one last thing that we like to do for school that we haven't done yet, and that is recess!
Look at me. I did it. Out of bounds. Out of bounds.
So the Dyches fam, for recess, we spend a lot of time outside. Usually we're doing a lot of awesome exploring throughout the country, but today we're lucky enough to have an awesome playground in our park because it is freezing cold. So here in the RV park, we're gonna be hanging out, playing some basketball, playing on the playground, and having a good time. So if you guys like the Dyches fam's homeschool routine, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Head over to Instagram and leave us a comment there of any questions that you might have, or leave us some nice comments. And as always, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, Dyches fam! We love you!